Okay, so hello everyone to whoever is watching this video. My name is Harsh. I am a full stack developer from Noida, Delhi NCR, and this is basically a project demo video where I'll be demonstrating my project which I have developed as a part of this as a part of an internship assessment task, and it is basically a Python based CLI application. And the CLI application and the problem it solves is interesting. So if I've developed a project, now I want to know what are the number of files in the project, what are the total lines of code, what is the language distribution, which is the main language used in the code, and what are the types of language which I've considered, which are a part of the code. If they are there any redundant files, or are there any files which have less than 5 lines of code, which probably could be just garbage files, and also which is the latestly viewed or latestly edited file, or which is the most oldest edited file. So basically it gives the stats of the project, and it is a CLI based application. For CLI I have used Fire library. Fire is a Python library which provides a framework to which provides a library to just call a function via a CLI. So basically it's just a function which I'm calling via CLI, basically a class which I'm calling via CLI. I'll just add the argument in the CLI and it will run itself. So what I've done is I've created this language map. It's basically a dictionary which contains around 30 languages which I'm considering, which my project will be able to understand basically the extension of the file and what the type of file it is, and the other directories which will be skipping, which will be ignoring the .next and node modules, basically the directories which do not contribute to the code and are basically the libraries of the code. So basically this is the function which is describing how long which is the latest file or which is the oldest file. And yeah, so let's just dive deep into the working of the app. So the working is quite simple. We just call the python project stats.py file, and if I give and the scan function, if I just run it here without giving a path, it will run in the current directory and give the returns of the current folder. So the current folder, which is the CLI task folder, it returns the total files are 7, total lines are 1 to 26, and language breakdown. Python is the primary language. JavaScript has 244 lines of code, and similarly, and about all the languages which are used. And top 5 largest file it has displayed, which are the largest files of the code. Time insights, it tells us which file was updated when. Now moving further, I have also developed a GUI based application for the same, because it was instructed that we can also provide a GUI for this application. So I have developed a GUI. For GUI I have created a Flask server. Basically it's the same code just running on a Flask server and using the basic HTML and CSS for styling as styling functions. It's the same same function just being called by a Flask server, which is using the styling of mentioned. And this is basically the GUI, and what you can do is just enter the path, and then file limit is basically how many largest number of files do you want. So if I enter 12, so it will give me the 12 largest files of the code. So yeah, it returns 133 total files, total lines of code 24494, and the newest file was edited 17 hours ago, oldest file was edited 2 months ago. And this is language distribution and top largest files. As I mentioned, I asked for 12, so it has written me 12 largest files of the code, and 2 redundant files basically which are less than 5 lines of code. So these could be some problematic files, some basically garbage files. Now I can also download this report. It will be downloaded as a txt file. Now in the CLI as well, like I showed you, I just called it without giving any path. I just called python project .py and scan. Now I can also run this via giving a path. When I give a path, it can run in, or it can basically run the scan function to any path which I give. So let me just give the path of the project which I mentioned in the GUI. If I go to projects, this was the path given by me. No, this Rio AI, this was the path given by me in the GUI. If I just give the same path here, then it will give this. Okay, I think that was some typing error. Let me type it again. Scan. Oh, I just forgot the scan function, my bad. I'll just type it here, and yeah, this is how it runs. Python project py.scan, and that's the path of the project folder. So yeah, 133 total lines of code, 24494. This is the same as the GUI, 133 24494, the same results. So yeah, and yeah, so that's basically it. And yeah, please watch this video, please let me know if there's something I can improve on it. Yeah, looking forward to a reply. Thank you.